Good afternoon, everyone. I am Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie. I want to thank Jess and Barrett for inviting me to do this collab with them. If you are from other channels and came over to watch my video through their channels, welcome. I am doing a collab called The Best Picnic Sandwiches. I am really excited to see everybody's videos on this collab. And if you are curious as to what I am making that I usually take with me on the go, please keep watching. Be sure also to check out all of the other great channels down below. Okay, to start our sandwich, these are sandwiches that we normally take with us on either a picnic or even on the go when we go on long trips. So it starts out with some eggs. I put 4 eggs in some water, 14 minutes for a little bit harder boiled egg, 13 minutes if you like a soft boiled egg. My eggs are done, and what I do is I put them in this little jar. I think this is the 2-cup little mason jar from Ball. And I put them in here. 4 eggs fit in here just perfectly, as you can see. And if I want some hard-boiled eggs for snacks, this is how I will carry those. And I buy these little white covers, and I just put them on there and put them in our cooler with whatever else we're taking. But since I am making the picnic sandwiches, what I do is I remove these eggs. So I take the eggs out, and what I do is we always have a little jar of Miracle Whip here for on-the-go purposes, and we'll take this with us a lot of times. But if we're just going to go on a picnic that's close by, what I'll do is I will put 2 tablespoons in here. 2 tablespoons is 30 grams. Okay, so 30 grams. And then I'll put a little bit of mustard in here. Not much. Let's see, I'll probably go up to like 3 grams is good. We don't like I don't like a whole lot of mustard. I do it for Corey. I do it for him. And then what I will do is I'll take my fancy dancy slicer here, and this has 2 little gadgets, so it slices it up pretty good. So I'll put each egg in there, smush it down, and then dump it in here. And I'll do that for each egg. Trying to do this all one-handed, and sometimes that isn't easy. And I'll show you what all 4 of them look like after I get them in there. Okay, so that's what they'll look like in there, and I'll just mix it up. And I won't add the salt. I take salt and pepper, like these kind, with us. And then I take some onions to sprinkle on top. This is just a little Tupperware container. And I usually keep my sausage seasoning in there, but I don't have any made right now, so that is empty. So then what I'll do is, since I already put everything in there, I don't have to carry all this stuff with me. The only thing that needs to go in a small cooler, which we have those little tiny coolers that wrap up, freeze-its I think they are, and this fits in there perfectly. And I don't have one frozen right now or handy, or I would show you that. And then the bread we use is the 45 calorie Delightful, and I just put it in a gallon size baggie, and I put 4 slices in there. I don't make them up yet because we want this to stay cooler. Let me show you how that looks all stirred up. You guys already know how messy I am, that's no surprise, but that's what it looks like all stirred up, ready to go. That is enough for 2 sandwiches. And then we just sprinkle it with salt and pepper, and sometimes I'll put cilantro on it if I have some cilantro. I'll just put cilantro in one of these little containers with the cover on. I'll just chop up some cilantro and throw it in. Again, this is a little midget Tupperware container. These are called midgets, and I love them. And sometimes I'll have these little extra from Home Chef. They have the screw cap on them, and I save them and wash them out and reuse them for other things like onions and stuff like that. Or if I have to give somebody a sample of something, or whatever it is that they need to make whatever it is I send them. And sometimes I'll make up like a recipe for somebody and just send a recipe, like all the stuff that they need for it, and that's what I'll use if they need some oil or whatever, just so they have everything that they need from me to make their meal. I will show you putting together a sandwich really quick too, since this is what the video is supposed to be about. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to put you on the tripod and run you through how I make this. We just have the bread, and I'm going to take half of this mixture and just spread it around and take a little bit more. You can even cut up peppers, like red and orange peppers, to go on this. That's really good. I mean, you can make it pretty much any way you want to make it, but this is how we make it because it's so simple and it's easy to carry on the go, like I said. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then some of these onions on there. And as you can see, this is just enough for 2 sandwiches. It's plenty of onion. And that's how we will do it. So this is it's a simple sandwich, but it's something that you can take on the go or to any picnic just by putting it in one of these jars with a cap on it and putting it in a little cooler or with some ice. That is it, guys. And then what I just do is put a cap on it and enjoy it. We also do tuna sandwiches exactly the same way. We'll use that jar. We'll put 2 tablespoons of the Miracle Whip in there, along with some mustard if we're feeling like mustard. Then we'll also use a teaspoon of oil in this because you get your good oils in and it's not as dry either, so it's perfect. We'll also take the onions, and then we'll also take some sliced peppers and put that on there. Really good lunch, and it's everything you need for a lunch, really. It's got the vegetables and the meat and the greens and the bread. So it is another option as well. And we take this along quite often too. And we use 2 packets of tuna. They fit in there in that jar perfectly, along with the condiments that we add to it. Okay, there it is. It was a wonderful sandwich to take on the go with us. We take it when we go to Madison quite often, which is like a 4-hour trip. We take it with us, just stick everything in a cooler and go. Really simple, and it's so easy to make because the eggs are already hard boiled and ready to go. Again, I want to thank Barrett and Jess for inviting me to do this collab. Be sure to check out all the other channels down below. We will talk to you guys soon. I have lots of collabs coming up, so be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of those. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.